Holmes County has 3 cases,
Yes, Your Honor.
so they'll be next. And Madam Jailer, in Holmes County, can you see and hear us okay, and have you played your video there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Excellent. First case in Holmes County is Veronica Reed. Ms. Reed, good morning. Ms. Reed, you're here because you've been accused of 1 count of disorderly intoxication. Ms. Reed, when I read the complaint, there is probable cause. It looks to me like you just got out of jail in the very, very recent past. Is that right, Ms. Reed?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Reed, I'm going to set your bond in this case. I think you're entitled to one, but I do want to make sure Mr. Gill and Ms. Simpson have a chance to be heard on a case like this where there's a bond possibility. Mr. Gill, anything from the state?
Judge, we'd just be asking for a reasonable bond that she not be able to possess or consume alcohol.
Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Simpson, anything?
Just a reasonable bond, please, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Reed, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000 cash or surety. The reason your bond is that amount is because you just got out of jail and you do have a condition not to possess or consume alcohol at all. Ms. Reed, you will use the phone in just a few minutes, ma'am, to try to post that bond. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, ma'am. Wish you the best. Christopher Olson. Mr. Olson, good morning. You're here because you're accused of 1 count of battery, second or subsequent offense. That's a felony charge, Mr. Olson. There is probable cause in the complaint, and it looks to me like you just got out of jail for battery VOP. Is that part accurate, Mr. Olson?
No. Yeah, but I just got out of jail at the end of last year. Them charges got dropped to a misdemeanor. I bonded out. All them charges got dropped. That was made up stuff.
But you didn't get a VOP and sentenced to do some jail time on the VOP in that case?
Yeah, to a misdemeanor.
Okay, that's a battery VOP. So you just got out of jail on the battery VOP, which is my question. Yeah. I'm going to set your bond at $10,000 on the new felony. Yeah. No contact the alleged victim, and you'll get to use the phone in a few minutes, sir, to try to post the bond. Mr. Olson, do you have any questions?
No.
Have a good day.
Sir.
Have a good day, sir. Justice Heflin. Mr. Heflin, good morning. You're here because you're accused of 4 new charges. They are driving while licensed, suspended, or revoked knowingly, driving with no motor vehicle registration, possession less than 20 grams of marijuana, and possession or use of narcotic equipment, which is the same thing as drug paraphernalia. The problem you have is it appears to me you're on bond already in Bay County case 20-2083CF. Are you still on bond in that Bay County case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Madam Jailer, in Holmes County, do you have the ability to give defendants your analysis there at the jail?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
He has a condition of random urinalysis on his bond. So given the fact that he's got a new arrest, it's a drug-related offense, I'm requesting he be given a urinalysis after first appearance. So, Mr. Heflin, you're entitled to a bond on the new cases. You're not entitled to a bond in the possible bond violation case. Your bond on the new charges are going to be $5,000 each on the misdemeanor criminal traffic. So that's all of them are misdemeanor criminal traffic. There are no felony charges. So you've got a total bond of $20,000 cash or surety. Do not try to post it because it appears to me that you violated the conditions of your bond in 25-2083CF Bay County. I'm going to ask Mr. Gill's office to notify the Bay County authorities and see if they want to seek to revoke your bond in Bay County or not. I have no idea if they will or not. That'll be their call. But you'll see the judge in Holmes County after 10 days, and we'll see if they have a warrant or not. And that'll be that judge's decision. Again, some judges may hold you 7 days. Some judges hold you 10. I think some counties do it 14 days. 10 is what we use in Jackson County, which is kind of a middle road. So you'll see the judge over the course of the next week or so, and that judge will see if you've got a warrant out of Bay County for violation of the conditions of your bond. So, Mr. Heflin, even though you have no bond, at least in one case, Mr. Heflin, you still get to use the phone to contact friends or family to tell them what's going on. Mr. Heflin, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Have a good day, sir. Madam Jailer, anything else in Holmes?
No, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Okay.
And last, the county with the most cases today, it happens to be Washington County. Madam Jailer, can you see and hear us in Washington County?
Yes, sir.
Great. And have you had a chance to play your first appearance video there?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Jason Beard is first. Mr. Beard, Thank you. Come on up. Mr. Beard, you have a warrant out of Jackson County, Florida. I have to say that because, believe it or not, we have a Jackson County, Georgia case today. So yours is Jackson County, Florida. It's a violation of probation warrant. It has no bond on it. Mr. Beard, what that means is you're going to be held until you can get back over to Mariana, to Jackson County. When you get over here, you'll come back to first appearance, and we'll get you an attorney appointed if you ask for one. And if you qualify, which you probably will if you're in custody, and we also will get you a court date. But right now, you have no bond. As far as when the transfer date will be, normally from Washington to Jackson is a couple of working days. I don't think they do a lot of transports on the weekend. Usually it's going to be a weekday, so chances are I'll see you Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning in all likelihood in Jackson County. Mr. Beard, any questions?
Yes, sir. I don't see why I got a violation. I ain't got no trouble. I've done all my requirements of my probation. I'm supposed to report in like Monday morning.
Okay. Let me tell you what you're accused of. I don't want you to comment on this because I don't want you to say anything that's going to hurt you, but I try to answer people's questions because if I was in there, I'd want my questions answered. So let's see what the affidavit accuses you of. And I believe this is one where I don't have the affidavit. I had to go to the court file and look it up. Sometimes the jail has an affidavit, and sometimes the jail only has a teletype from the other agency. So in this case, all they had was something from the Jackson County Sheriff's Department. So let me go to the actual case in Jackson County. I did look at it this morning. There were several allegations against you. I did not read them specifically. I only looked at the no bond part, and I saw it was signed by a judge. So let me pull the case up, and I'm going to tell you what they're accusing you of. All right, Mr. Beard. Violation of condition 1 is financial. You're accused of financial violation. It says you're behind on your cost of supervision. Condition 2 is financial also. It says you're behind on your court costs. Condition 3 says you haven't paid drug testing fee. The fourth violation is that you have not done your community service. The next one is probably the big one. Usually financial violations, a lot of times they won't result in violations immediately because they give people time to pay. But the fourth one says that you use alcohol or illegal drugs on March 11th, as indicated by your analysis, that you tested positive for amphetamine and methamphetamine on March 7th of 2024. And then there's one more violation that says you were ordered to attend NA or AA meetings, and the officer says you failed to attend these meetings or provide proof as of July 24th of 2025. So, Mr. Beard, there's a lot of conditions they've accused you of violating. That's the basis for it. What happens is, if sometimes people have a violation, but the probation officer will say, listen, it's a minor violation. I'm going to give you time to get this fixed. And then when there's a more significant violation, that's when they'll file everything they've got. They may have 3 or 4 they've kind of been sitting on, hoping the person would get everything cleared up. There's one they view as more significant. They'll file everything, including what were the minor ones previously. So that's what it looks like to me. Those are the 5 or 6 things you're accused of doing or not doing. Any questions?
I don't reckon so.
All
Sorry.
right, sir. We'll see you in Jackson County next few days.
All right, let's talk about that. This first appearance session covered Holmes County and Washington County, with cases ranging from minor misdemeanors to detailed probation violation warrants. Holmes County started with Veronica Reed, charged with disorderly intoxication. She had just been released from jail recently, which factored into the judge setting bond at $5,000 cash or surety. An added condition prohibited her from possessing or consuming alcohol. The message was clear. She could try to post bond, right away, but her recent history made the court cautious. Next was Christopher Olson, facing felony battery as a second or subsequent offense. The judge confirmed probable cause and noted Olson's recent jail time on a battery-related VOP. Olson insisted prior charges had been reduced to misdemeanors and dismissed, but the court still set a $10,000 bond with a no-contact order for the alleged victim. Justice Heflin's case was more complicated. He had 4 misdemeanor charges: driving while license suspended, no registration, marijuana possession, and drug paraphernalia, while already out on bond for a Bay County felony. Given the new drug-related arrest, the judge ordered a urinalysis and set $20,000 total bond for the new charges. but Heflin was told not to bother posting since he'd be held for up to 10 days pending. Bay County's decision on a bond violation warrant? Washington County wrapped things up with Jason Beard, who had a no-bond VOP warrant from Jackson County. He wanted to know why, claiming he'd been complying with probation. The judge, going beyond the usual formality, pulled up the actual case to explain. Beard was accused of multiple violations: failure to pay supervision, court costs, and drug testing fees, failure to complete community service, testing positive for amphetamine and methamphetamine, and failing to attend required NAAA meetings. The judge explained that sometimes probation officers hold off filing minor violations until a more serious one occurs, then list all pending issues at once. Beard would remain in custody until transferred to Jackson County in the next few weekdays. Overall, the hearing showed the judge balancing procedural efficiency with clear communication, especially in Beard's case, where extra time was taken to explain exactly why the warrant existed. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one.